Let's talk about honesty. 74% of buyers and sellers feel like that you as an agent or realtor have your own motivations and your own needs and wants ahead of their own. All right, let that sink in. 74% of the buyers and sellers that hire us to work for them feel like that we are going to be dishonest, untruthful, or flat out lie to them throughout the transaction. And that's only the ones that even admitted to it. If that is not scary or mind-blowing, I don't know what else to tell you. Our profession already has a negative stigma behind it. I mean, I think we're up there probably with lawyers, right? I mean, it really is unfortunate. And so if you, as a realtor, are not thinking about honesty and the integrity of what you're saying and what you're doing, you've already lost. Let's talk about what honesty isn't. While you may be a good person, and while you may feel like you're telling the truth, that's not what the buyer and the seller are looking for. The truth is, what honesty is actually having the hard conversations. When that buyer tells you that they're in love with the home, and you know that it's overpriced, and you know that if they get under contract, there's gonna be an issue with the appraisal, you haven't been honest. It may be their decision to buy the home, but it is your responsibility to follow through with your due diligence, your material fact, and putting their needs and cares more importantly up front. Honesty is not just telling the truth, but it's taking all of the details that the buyer or seller may not know and putting that in front of them and giving them the opportunity to make the right decision. Make the decision for themselves. I mean, we've talked about this before. The truth is, in North Carolina, South Carolina, or wherever you're watching, a buyer or a seller don't have to have us. Truly, our job isn't a necessity. Anybody can buy and sell a home on their own. They don't need you and they don't need me. So where does that leave us? Let's talk about what you can do when it comes to honesty. I'm gonna hit you with a true story. Recently, a colleague on our team and myself had the opportunity to present to a seller our marketing strategy to sell their home. The home had been on the market twice before now. In both situations, the price started at $6.5 million, $6 million, and the home didn't sell. Based on our analysis and what we found, we felt that the right price for the home was somewhere between 5.4 and 5.5 million. That's a hard conversation to have. When you have to then present to a potential seller that the right value of their home, based on the comparables, the market, and other things in that area, suggests that the right price is almost $500,000 less, you gotta be honest. It's not my job just to go put a sign in somebody's front yard. I mean, the truth is that's actually a waste of my time. It's a waste of my efforts, and it doesn't build trust within not just that particular client, but the other potential people in that area that are gonna see my name. So it's my job, it's my responsibility to lay out the facts. It's my responsibility to lay out the material fact, give that information to the seller, and let them decide. Because of our honesty, because of the integrity that we've built, and because we didn't just blow smoke, the sellers felt like that we were giving them the truth, that we weren't just trying to get a listing, that we weren't just trying to have the ability to put our sign in their front yard. And through that, we were able to earn the opportunity to work for these clients. All right, so let's tie this together. How is honesty built? It's not built in the big moments. It's built in the small ones. It's built on the day-to-day grind. It's built on the day-to-day and hour-by-hour communication. If you tell a buyer or a seller that you're gonna call them at 3 p.m., you better do it. Or you better send them a text message and say, hey, listen, I'm so sorry, something's come up. I'll be right with you as soon as possible. If you don't, they immediately feel like they're not important. And while you may have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 transactions going on, that buyer or that seller only has one house to sell. And they need to feel at that moment like they're the only person in the world that you have the opportunity to work for. Recently, I had a client said that somebody was going to reach out to him at 4 p.m. They text him back, hey, I'm going to be in touch with you in just a few minutes. It was literally the next day before they reached out to him, and they fired that person. Just over a simple, hey, I'm going to call you back. Show integrity, follow up. And if you don't, and if you mess up, because it's going to happen, own it. Own your mistakes, own your faults, because they're there, they exist. It's up to you to be honest with people. Be thorough throughout the entire transaction. A lot of times we take out buyers, we go to a listing appointment, and we are so thorough, we're so methodical in that initial interaction. We do everything right to get the house listed on the market. We put the sign in the yard, a week goes by, 2 weeks go by, and it's not under contract, and you don't call them. You know the house is gonna sell, but they don't. They're stressing out of their mind. It was just 5 years ago that COVID happened. The moment you put a sign in the front yard, house was sold before you even got back in your car. It's not that way today. Integrity and honesty are built on looking at the other feelings and emotions of the person that you're working for and staying in contact with that and staying connected with them. If a buyer is concerned about their home inspection report, sit down, take the time to communicate with them, walk through it. If you know that that leaky faucet is literally a $50 fix, they don't know that. If you can't take the time to walk them through and share in their concerns and their feelings and validate them, you're missing the point. One of the hardest parts of our job is showing the empathy to what the buyer and the seller are feeling throughout the transaction. For those of you who know me and have been following along, I built the majority of my business from my partnership with Zillow. I'd say over the course of the last 5 or 6 years, I've probably had 500 buyers or sellers that I've met through Zillow. I haven't just chased the business. I haven't just worried about a number. I've focused on building relationships. My goal is to build friendships. 2 years ago, a buyer that I helped buy a house saw that I posted online that we were looking to hire new agents. She reached out to me and said, hey, Doug, I'm concerned. Are you looking for new friends? Is everything okay? But the truth is, so many of the buyers and sellers that I've had the opportunity to work for have become close friends. They've come to our kids' birthday parties. I've gone to their baby showers. We've gone on vacations together. If you are not building relationships with the buyers and sellers that you get to work with, they're not going to trust you. They're not going to believe what you're telling them is fact. So here's what I do. I'm going to challenge you. Find a buyer or seller that you're working for. Give them a call and ask them, hey, out of curiosity, be real with me. When we connected or we met, did you trust that I was going to be 100% honest and ethical with you up front? I mean, it will put them on the spot and it will blow them away. Hopefully they are honest with you. And maybe they did feel that way. But if they didn't, ask them what you could have done differently in that initial interaction to change their mind. Figure out how you can build that connection based on the experiences that you have had in the last couple of weeks, the last couple of months, and the last couple of years. I look forward to talking to you guys next time. See you guys soon.